Now, when they judge it, they look for three things, right? Use of colour, overall sense of design, and the aspect of the building. They take that into account as well. So although Sandhill's north-facing, that doesn't matter so much.
And you reckon it's easy?
Well, it is at this time of year because there's not a lot to do.
No, generally not.
Generally, if you give it a bit of thought, pick the right plants, take your time, you can't go far wrong. Afternoon, sir. Just go through, ring the bell, wait for the buzzer.
It makes a difference, so doesn't it?
I love a difference, Rich. People love it.
Now, say those little ones at the front, what are they called?
These, they're Viola tricolor.
Have they got an English one?
Winter pansies.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, unless anyone's got anything else to offer.
No, well, sir, there was one thing, just while everyone's going. I've been thinking.
Go on.
Well, sir, the front of the station, you know, the forecourt and everything, is the building intimidating or is it me?
It's you.
No, look, seriously, imagine you're a member of the public.
Imagine you're a human being. It's a police station, Reg. What's it meant to look like?
Well, something I think that would help a lot is a station garden.
He's been talking to Yates at Stafford Road.
Yeah, comparing anoraks. We've already got a garden, Reg.
Well, no, sir, with respect, what we've got is a couple of trees and a few shrubs. I just wondered if anyone would object to me tidying it up a bit.
You can come round and do my garden if you're that desperate.
You know, a few plants, introduce a bit of colour.
What, in the middle of winter?
Well, you've got your Viola tricolor, they are very nice at this time of the year. Then you've got your hepatic anomalous.
Holistupicus?
No, just something, you know, to make the place seem a bit more welcoming.
Welcoming.
Well, not just to the members of the public, but it's to us lot as well. Well, what do people think?
I don't think we care, Reg.
I think it's a great idea. I get hay fever.
Yeah, well, look, I'll tell you, it also would help us boost our community policing as well.
There's only one sure way of doing that, and that's by being out there. Thank you, everyone.
All right, for you lot, I'm stuck here for the rest of the day.
Sorry, the station garden. Do you think it would be worth running by Mr. Conway?
You could do, I suppose, when you thought it through.
Oh, I put it all sorted out, sir. Come on, now's the go ahead. Perhaps if I pop up there and call him down?
Don't make it last all day.
Doesn't look a bit boring, you know. A few flowers might brighten it up.
Oh, yeah. Some little gnomes and a fairy grotto. 517 from Sierra Oscar receiving. Yeah, we've had a call about an abandoned vehicle in a derelict factory on Elcott Street. Can you deal?
As I said, Reg, he's still at lunch at the moment. This afternoon, well, I haven't looked. I really don't think so.
I was just hoping to do something with the station garden. So you've got a bit of greenery in here? Oh, it does make a difference, doesn't it?
Don't touch it.
Well, it makes the place seem a bit more human. You know, living. Well, less like an office, really. Oh, sir. Stroke of luck.
There's a scavengers. Find over a wing mirror.
Look at that. Totally pick clean.
Good luck, good.
Anyone see how he got here?
Sierra Oscar from 358 receiving.
Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, George, about that car left in the derelict factory. It's a dark blue Porsche 911. What's left of a Porsche 911. Registration number... Oh. Registration number Juliet 543 Yankee Whiskey November.
I didn't know you took an interest in gardening.
I mean, sir, yeah, well, I understand the basics. You know, use of colour, overall sense of design, that sort of thing.
Basics.
Oh, yes, sir. And a piece of Yates over at Stafford Road said he'd give me any advice that should I need it.
Can you afford a rival in the Met Garden competition?
Oh, I won't be a threat to him, sir. No, see, we'd be under different categories. He's got a Class B garden.
Yeah, so don't worry about trophies just yet, Reg.
Oh, no, sir. Mind you, even an honorary mention would help raise our profile in the area. And with all this talk of amalgamation, I mean...
Well, I don't think a herbaceous board is going to make much difference to that, do you?
So, can I just tell you what I've got in my mind? I was thinking of some training plants, perhaps a couple of shrubs, and then on the other side of the front office you can get these tubs.
Yeah.
And they really...
Slow down, Reg, slow down. This is starting to sound a bit ambitious.
Oh, so it's not really.
And expensive. There's no money in the kitty, you do know that.
Yes, I do, sir. But look, P.C. Yates found that the local nurseries were very pleased to contribute.
Well, let's just concentrate on picking up the crisp packets and the Coke cans before we get into the hanging gardens of Sun Hill, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Still here, Tony?
Just wait for it.
Sorry, sir. I was upstairs talking to Mr. Conway. He got right into the station garden idea. Wanted to talk about what was in my mind.
I'm surprised it took so long.
Yeah, well, of course, there is only one small problem. There's no money in the kitty, but well, I can work around it.
We're going to bump it all.
I didn't hear that. Whatever you do with this garden is strictly off duty. I don't want you tiptoeing through the tulips when you should be pounding the beat.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Well, go on then.
Well, Betty won't tell you.
Stairhouse from 358 receiving.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there's not a lot we can do here, George. Could you notify the registered keepers so we can arrange for it to be picked up?
But it's not drivable.
Nah, it's definitely not drivable. Break it to him gently. In the meantime, we're going to find someone with other ton of Porsche spares.
If Reg is prepared to give up his free time to improve the look of the station, I feel reluctant to stop him.
It's certainly difficult to criticise him for enthusiasm.
Incapability holidays.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Hello again, Mr. Marley. Come to give me this week's half time. Oh, just doing the rounds. I've not been trying to flog any Porsche spares. Bit posh for us, a Porsche. Couple of MOT failures came in, that's all. What's that, your shopping list? No, just this week's victims of car crimes and their VINs. Oh, come on then. You won't find anything. Not too well hidden. Mr. Marley, say you were a thief and you got hold of an engine or a gearbox for a Porsche. Where would you get rid of it? If I was a thief, hypothetically. Hypothetically, well, I'd try here first, and this being a respectable, law-abiding establishment, I'd be turned away, maybe even turned in.
Right, pain in the backside, you know that.
It won't take a minute. I'll be straight in and I'll be straight out again.
Monroe will go spare.
Look, Tony, come on. It's not just for me, you know. It's for the benefit of everyone at Sun Hill. Oh, these are lovely, aren't they? One on the side of the front office would be nice.
Yeah, lovely. They'll last about a night before someone has them all away.
Yeah, I'll see if I can locate the manager.
Okay, 2 beds, north facing. What kind of soil have you got?
Brown.
I mean, is it heavy? Has it got any clay in it?
Well, it's quite dry.
Don't worry about it. Now I could only ask you. That should be all right. Or we could go with the pyracantha, and then you could train that a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Be careful.
Done it, I know.
Pyracantha. Okay. So we'll add that to the 6 trays of viola tricolor, dwarf conifers, the odds and sods, the tubs. Is that the lot?
Yeah, I bet I'll get 2 carried away.
Well, you've got about 150 quid worth here.
Is it really as much as that?
Well, the tubs are top of the range.
Oh, yeah, well, quite sexy. Any chance of a, you know...
You want a discount?
Oh, yeah. Well, 100% would be handy. Well, as you know, we are seriously underfunded in the Met.
Uh-huh.
And I'm working to a very tight budget.
How tight?
Well, of course, the other thing is coppers are always looking for somewhere to shop. It's been generous to them, shown a bit of community spirit.
And this might be a way of increasing my turnover.
How'd you get on?
Oh, smashing. Yeah, I sorted some things out. Shrubs and tubs, you know, having them delivered tomorrow.
How much it cost you? How much?
Well, I mumped it, didn't I?
Yeah?
Well, everyone else does.
Well, it didn't cost you anything, not a penny.
Look, I gave him the old sob story, all right? You know, about the budget. He's quite a nice bloke, actually. Wait, do you want to go through my pockets for a receipt?
You say you mumped it, you mumped it. Check out this stereo.
What's it, dodgy? Nice bit of kit.
Everything all right? It's your car, sir.
We saw me get out of it.
You are?
Franklin. Andy Franklin.
Just admiring your stereo.
Oh, what did I have it up to, lad? Sorry about that.
Well, your eardrums, mate. No, what it is we're running routine checks on expensive stereos fitting into older cars.
Yeah, it's an initiative we got going, you know, following car theft.
Oh, what's in if they're nicked? Well, it makes sense.
Do you mind if I ask where you got your stereo?
It's not stolen.
It really is only a routine inquiry.
I got it off my brother-in-law.
How much do you want for it?
80 quid.
It's not bad. Do you like to go for retail?
I think you paid 200, 220 for it.
It's a nice little bargain.
Where'd he get it?
Somewhere local, I think. I'm not sure.
What, a shop?
Well, let's put it this way. I hope it was a shop and not some car park.
I don't suppose you know the serial number offhand?
No.
Be stamped on the side of the unit.
You right if we take it out, have a look?
Well, you're going to need a couple of spanners, only it's in there pretty securely. I don't want anyone nicking it.
Haven't you got any?
Not on me, no.
Don't ask your mate's got a couple of spanners. The manager.
Oh, I think he's busy with a delivery.
Look, Sunhill's on my way home. Why don't you follow me back there, or I'll follow you back or something? Well, it's only going to take a couple of minutes, isn't it?
As long as there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, come on in.
OK, we'll follow you.
All right.
Here, we calling his bluff?
Well, as long as Munro doesn't find out where we've been, doesn't really matter.
Search a packet of Walker's Crisps, Crinkles or Double Crunch, and you could find a cheque for £5, 20 or £10,000. Simply fill in your name and pay it into your bank or building society account, plus 9 million other prizes.
I'll take that, thanks.
Shake a leg, lad. Today's the day.
You're not going anywhere till you brush your hair and wash your face.
Car won't start.
Never gonna make it. I suppose this must be France.
Have you got the tickets?
I thought you had them. They're in our bag. That's the turning. You missed it.
In a group, lad. We're almost there.
Made it. Well done, Dad.
Someone you know. Can't wait to go. Disneyland Paris.
Order! Order in the court!
William Jordan, you were charged with creating a wickedly delicious breakfast cereal.
What's up?
Furthermore, that you did knowingly cut fresh strawberries into chunks and freeze-dry them.
But what's up?
And did sprinkle them liberally amongst the lightest, crispiest clusters of oats and barley. One country crisp!
It's crummy. It's country crispy and junk. It's Jordan's.
Hey, listen. Colgate Total keeps on protecting you, even after you finish brushing. Colgate Total's antibacterial protection helps fight against plaque and cavities while you're working, and even against tartar and gum problems while you're enjoying yourself. Colgate Total. Brushing that works between brushings.
Someone can save you up to a third on a wide range of fine fragrances for Mother's Day. Boots.
One of the masterpieces of American cuisine is the Great American Chocolate Cookie. The main ingredient is chocolate chips. And heaps of them.
Come on, I'm coming.
For that real American taste, McVitie's go all the way to Vermont. Oh, sorry, there are large milk chocolate chunks in every cookie, too.
You mean?
Yes, from Vermont. Then McVitie's mix extra slowly. And so, the Great American Chocolate Cookie from McVitie's Masterpieces range.
The Citroen Xandia has one of the most advanced suspension and handling systems in the world. A system that compensates for every bump and bend the road can throw at you.
So when they say there's no rock and roll, they mean it.
I'm pretty sure there's a serial number in it. Look, what's going to happen if there isn't?
Well, do we want to talk to your brother-in-law?
Well, as far as I know, I think he bought it.
Yeah, not long ago, right?
About 2 months before he lost his licence for drink driving.
Hey?
Well, there's no point in keeping a car you can't drive. And my sister wanted to stick with her one, so he sold it. Well, took the stereo out first, though.
Well, couldn't he have fitted it in her car?
Well, she didn't want to give anyone reason to break into it.
And that didn't bother you?
Well, she's got this nice new shiny Metro. And I figured that if anyone's after a flash stereo, they're hardly going to look in this thing, are they?
It still goes all right.
Well, it should do. I've just had a new engine put in it.
But that was painful.
Well, I say new, I mean reconditioned.
How much you pay for it?
Well, I'm not sure how much the engine was exactly. But with oil and stuff, bits and pieces, and the labour, it came out at 150 quid. That was for cash.
Oh, it's a better bargain than the stereo.
Well, it's not bad. I mean, a new engine for one of those, I think they wanted nearly £1,000. I mean, it's more than the car's worth. But I've got this mechanic who's really good, see.
Oh, sir, this is Mr. Franklin. He's very kindly brought his car in so we can check the serial number on the stereo.
If you ever get the damn thing out.
I only went down the garden centre for a ball of string.
Excuse us a moment, Mr. Franklin.
Well, sir, we were checking car parks. We did a couple of superstores on the Linefield Walk and...
What did I say to you?
Yeah, I know, sir, but we're only trying to be methodical.
Reg, don't push your luck.
At last. And the good news is it has got a number. Take this down, Rich.
Right.
BJB 62116.
Got it.
Right, now what are you going to do?
Well, sir, it's on our computer.
And if it's not?
Well, thank you for your time. But, just before we do that, you mind if I have a look under the bonnet?
No.
All right. Tony, pull your thing. Wow, it was a cheap engine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just wondering if it was a bit too cheap.
But haven't we just been through all this about the stereo?
No, Tony, it's not right, is it?
Nah.
What's not right?
You've seen this?
Yeah.
Basically, most engines fitted in a car will give them their own identification number, their VIN. Most are embossed onto the block. Very difficult to get rid of. On some French cars, though, the number's printed on a plate, only stuck on. The problem with this plate is, it really is only stuck on.
What, should it have been welded or something?
Riveted, actually.
Problem is, it's an offence to alter a VIN.
But it hasn't been altered. I mean, this is a replacement engine. And if you do a straight swap, you carry the numbers over.
Who told you that?
The mechanic.
And give us this mechanic's name.
Sewell. Peter Sewell. He's got a workshop on Relco Street. He does all the work on my car. I mean, he gives it a service, gets it through its MOT. And then when the engine blew up, I gave him a ring. I mean, I thought it was all right, you know, good bloke.
Did he tell you where he got it from?
I think he said he got lucky down one of the scrapyards.
Yeah, very lucky.
Well, I mean, I didn't know. I was just grateful that he fixed it. I mean, you don't expect an engine to be stolen. Well, I don't.
Even when the identification number's changed?
But he said you could do that. He said you could swap them over.
Oh, Mike, you've been doing the rounds. Have you heard of a mechanic called Peter Sewell?
Oh, what's he done?
Oh, he's fitted a new engine in a Peugeot.
Well, did it come from a Porsche? There's one knocking around out there somewhere.
Oh, yeah. No, he might have got a good deal at my local breaker shop.
On Marley's?
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? All down to the simple routine procedure of checking stereos in cars.
Has the engine still got a number on it?
Yeah, but not the original one.
Oh, then you're stuffed. Can't be traced. You're better off sticking to your garden.
Never wasted time, eh?
Ah, did I say that, Reg? A few flowers is just what we need at Sunhill. Yeah, and I tell you, you won't have any problem getting them to grow, not with all the horse manure that comes out your mouth.
See your garden's having its desired soothing effect on the station rate.
So I'll keep the car then?
Well, we don't want it in our yard. It only rust in the pound up in Chalk Farm, so you might as well take it with you.
Oh, cheers.
Don't sell it or you'll be committing theft. And don't crash it or we'll be very annoyed.
Well, is there anything I should do?
Yeah, read your registration documents.
No, sir. Nothing on Saul.
See, like I told you, I mean, he seems like a really nice bloke.
We'll bear that in mind.
Peter Saul.
Hang on a sec. Better than it was.
It's about a customer of yours, Andy Franklin.
Remind me.
Peugeot 309, off-white, E-Reg.
What about him?
You fitted a new engine in it for him.
Yeah, I think I did.
Well, can you tell us anything about it?
Like what?
Well, where you got it, how much you charged him for it.
Dunno. What's the problem? Packed up on him?
No, it still works all right. We just want to know where you got it.
There was an ad in one of the trades. Some bloke was breaking a Peugeot up the other side of Greenwich.
Do you know his name, address?
Sorry, I don't.
How much you pay for it?
Look, this was a while ago, you know.
Well, no, it was only 3 months.
Yeah, but I'm always buying bits and pieces from people.
You got a record of it?
No, it was a cash job. I don't think I put it through the books, you know.
Does anything go through the books?
Some things do, yeah.
Have you got any books? It's under there then.
Oh, it's just scrap waiting to be picked up.
Scrap?
What's this from? Not Peugeot, I know that much. Something pretty big and sporty.
It's a Porsche 911.
Someone's had a pretty good go at grinding the ID number off.
Do you want to change out your overalls? Wash your hands? I think you're going to be down the station for some time.
Sir, there's some blokes unloading a van in the yard. I thought you might like to know.
Oi! What the hell's this? It's all right, Andrew. We're on our way to a stabbing.
What's going on now?
Come on, let's have you.
Okay, mate.
Oh, look, be careful with those, mate.
Sure mess, you should be clearing it up. Here, Reg, he's committing shrubbery with violence.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, these are expensive, you know.
You better have a word with the DCI, Reg.
Yeah.
This wasn't supposed to happen, was it, Reg?
No, it wasn't actually, sir. I'd asked for these to be delivered tomorrow lunchtime. I was going to deal with it before I went on duty.
This was supposed to be planned and thought through. But what do you do instead? You go straight up the road and get the first thing you set eyes on. You've got a prisoner, yeah? The minute you're free, I want this sorted out. Everything here, all this, goes back to where you got it from. I'm sorry, Reg, but it's only been 3 hours and already it's a complete cock-up. It all goes back. The garden is on hold.
The Peugeot engine, OK? The one I put in Franklin's car. I didn't steal it, but, well, I knew it was probably stolen.
Who by? Fella over in Greenwich?
Forget him, I made him up. I got it somewhere local.
What about the bits on the Porsche? Are they for one of your customers?
No. They're in my workshops because the blokes who do me favours with spare parts wanted a favour in return. A place to hide them for a couple of days.
Then what?
Then, I don't know, another safe place. Eventually... This is how the scam goes. The insurance company recovers the chassis from wherever it was dumped.
Derelict factory.
They take one look at it, write it off, put it up for sale.
The blokes I know put in a good bid for it, buy it, stick back in everything they took out from it, give it a good old polish and sell it through the trade to some complete sucker.
You're going to give us some names?
Don't think I can.
You wouldn't be messing about with stolen parts if it wasn't for them. You've been nicked. Your livelihood's about to disappear, and yet you're still prepared to protect them. That's stupid.
All right.
Well, it is, isn't it? Unless you're working with them, of course.
I'm not working for anyone.
It sounds like you are.
I'm not.
Then what's your problem?
The bloke's called Jack Marley. He runs a breaker's yard.
And I'm going to want a refund. Yeah, no, but look, I'll come in and, talk to you about this. And also, there was a problem here. A couple of the shrubs got damaged and one of the tubs was broken. But I'll pay for those myself. Yeah. Well, as far as I can make out, everything else survived. Yeah. Yeah, no, but like I say, I'll come in and I'll talk to you about that, yeah. But, thank you, Mr. Burgess.
Refund for things you didn't pay for. I thought you were king of the mumpers. Well, look, if you're throwing money around, how much would you give me? Keeping quiet about it. Come on. Mike and Gary want to move on Marley before he goes home for the day.
The Pulse is next over on Channel 4. Here on Scottish in a few minutes, comedy. It's The Trouble with Mr. Bean.